I just always put all the work on myself. And I think a lot of creatives, a lot of folks across industries feel that way.
Hey, Alyson Stoner here, author of Semi-Well-Adjusted Despite Literally Everything. When I was writing my memoir, I found a box of journals detailing my vulnerable past experiences. These are diaries from my younger self.
This is on my 26th birthday, and I decided to journal 25 lessons that I would take into 26, and I'll just read a few of them. But it does help land us in the later part of the book where you're seeing I'm just starting to figure things out. It's like, the quarter life crisis, but also finally becoming an adult who can stand on their own. So 25-year-old me, let's see what Alyson had to say. What does a manager do? How can and will you help me specifically reach my goals, maximize the results, and formulate new opportunities? I've made lateral moves for 10 years, never ascending to a new tier of opportunity or business growth. How can you help me break through these ceilings? What are our timeframes and milestones for 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, and beyond? I was like, I need to start getting specific because I've been just through the ringer, and also I think a lot of creatives feel this too. You're like, where am I even trying to get to? And my reps, do they even think about these things, or are we all just like swimming in the ocean toward no particular shore? Poetic. Then it says, how do you help maximize the reach of my content and the credibility of my previous career so more networks and companies and consumers can find me? Do I have a YouTube rep? Do I need one? Does your management firm have someone who can clean up my channels, meaning like the descriptions and tags and metadata, end cards, playlisting, to make sure the work that I've done is optimized and I'm using best practices? It's like, please, I'm doing all of this on my own. Can someone please not only help with an audit, but perhaps actually contribute? Wouldn't that be nice? What is a reasonable, sustainable content strategy for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter? Because these folks are allegedly experts, or they have access to experts of these platforms. And so I was like, wait a second, if I am doing this all on my own, like, is it okay to be able to depend on them for at least some insight? Like, these are like the bare minimum things that reps should do, but I had a lot to learn as a business person. So I'm not sure how this comes across out of context, but my hope here is that you can see the arc a bit of someone who was just along for the ride and who didn't understand their agency at all. And what it was like to start to realize that, I can be a player in this game who makes meaningful decisions and who also can hold people to the standards that I know I'm trying to uphold. I just always put all the work on myself. And I think a lot of creatives, a lot of folks across industries feel that way. We're like, is anyone else in the company doing this? Because I'm like working tirelessly and losing sleep. So anyways, this was like it was just a beautiful turning point in realizing that I was finally becoming a business person and thinking through things, not just in how they would help other people make money, but also like, I have real life variables. I gotta pay bills. I gotta make things work. So I need to think about this differently. And if I'm gonna work with you, I need to know that you're actually showing up. The beautiful thing is, once I configured a new team that was far more aligned across the board and far more committed to more impact-driven work, not just like any kind of media and storytelling, I started releasing music, and I talk about my song Stripped Bare in the book, and what it was like to shave my head during that music video. And and all of the series that I started creating in this era, like a short form series called Alchemy, and my podcast Simplexity, and all of these little glimpses of who I really am, and not just, the characters I had played. So you gotta know how to advocate for yourself. It's still sometimes hard for me to say that, which is so silly, but yeah, like bare minimum, you have to have fairer team dynamics as much as possible. So that's it. You can read a lot more in my memoir, Semi Well Adjusted, Despite Literally Everything, available everywhere.